Evening, everyone. Welcome to TMA Sunday Night Live, where you choose the topics. We will discuss them. I'm as always, joined by my esteemed colleagues, the Canadian Darren, and man, the myth, the legend, Moudinho, aka John Cena. All right, boys. We can see him. We both thought we'd go a bit Man City today with our t-shirts, so Halsey probably watch this and comment on that.
Haaland tribute.
Oh yes, mate, absolutely. Right, guys and girls, let's get we'll get topics straight through. Like I say, we do apologise, and we're on YouTube because I called someone a lazy twat on Facebook, so they've banned me from groups, posting on groups for another month. So usual every other month. So I'll give it another month, and I'll be back on. So yeah, just apologies if we're on that. Right, okay, let's get straight on. Woody's come up with a classic as always. So cheers, Woody. So let's get on with it, boys. Just a big shout out as always to Blissett and Pricey, Luther Blissett, Watford's favourite son. We are proud and honoured to be, as always, in association with the Watford Football Club Former Players Club. Get over to facebook.com/tailor-made for community. So, like I say, big thank you to Pricey and Luther Blissett as always for your support. So Woody's put. Okay, so unbeaten under Tom. Now we are safe. Should the club come out and give Tom the job for next season, or is it time to get the replacement manager in, whoever it may be? Personally, I would give it to Tom. That's from Woody. Boys, Darren, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, sure. I think for me, I would definitely give it to Tom. And there's a few reasons why, really. Number one, where we are in the club's history right now. You know, the parachute payments have dried up. We've got a very experienced manager very experienced footballer who's also, and this is what I like about the feedback from some of the players when you're interviewed. They're all saying about how tactically astute he is and very smart and everything. But also, obviously, he's played at the highest level. He's played for England. Played under Ferguson. So he's got all that kind of excellent experience. But the other bit I love is, of course, he was working with the under-18s and the younger players in the club. And he's already saying that he's looking at some of these guys and he feels they're good enough, he'll try and get them in. And for me, it's a no-brainer. But knowing the bloody Pozos, they'll get some Bulgaria. But I really hope they give him a chance, because I honestly think this is like a hidden gem. I really do. And I'd love to see it happen. We are safe now. I know yesterday was frustrating, and we'll probably chat more about that in a bit. But for me, really, it would be a great appointment. He knows the club in and out. He already knows a ton of the players, and more importantly, he knows the youngsters. So I think it'd be fantastic. Whereas you have to go and get somebody else external, you've got to pay a lot more money for that. They don't know the culture. They don't know the players. Very different. So I hope they give it to him, and I hope they back him. The trouble is, I just don't trust Duxbury and Pozo anymore. They've pulled the wool over our eyes too many times, for me. But I hope they give it to him, because I think he's unbeaten in 4, which is not bad at all. I think a couple of those games we would have probably lost under Val. I think it'd be great. So how about you, Moobs? What do you think, mate?
I'm torn down the middle, because part of me says he should be given a chance, and part of me says maybe we need to get someone else in. But you know, can't fault him. We are unbeaten now. This is probably our longest unbeaten streak going. It's actually quite surprising. I was going to say, won't talk too much about yesterday, because I think that's going to be, we're going to talk about that shortly. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm pretty certain I'm sure it's Cleverley's decision as to whether he goes for it full time, or whether he's going to say, you know what, actually, I'll hand the reins over to someone else and I'll go back to doing what I was doing. I would like to see him have a go, but I think, like what I said the other week, if you know, don't want to see it suddenly fall flat on his face and he gets sacked by the club. You know, with all the hard work he's done with the academy and everything, you know, you don't want to see it all go to waste. So, yeah, it's a tough one for me. Well, yeah, can you give him 2 years? You know, I think what it all hinges on as well, just slightly drifting off topic. If we're saying, Michael's saying, do we give Tom 2 years to build a team? Well, I think the only way you can build a team is if you've got money to invest, like to bring some players in, because we're still under the impression that Spree is going to go at the end of the season. So that'll generate some money. You know, it's a tough one. Can he find that formula to mix with youth and experience and get it right? Probably. Yeah, spot on, Philip. Spot on, Philip. I can't. This is the problem. If we did take it and we went on a bad run, would they then say, well, actually, we gave you a chance, you're not doing it, you're gonna have to go? That's what this is what I don't want to see happen. But you know, Cleverley's old teammate Carrick proved you can do it. So maybe it is worth him having a try. But yeah, like I say, I'm torn down the middle. I can't say yes, I can't say no.
By his eating, Darren certainly said yes.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a burger. Look, there he is. I'll say my 50 pence.
Salad on a Sunday?
Salad. He's just come back from the gym, isn't he? He's having salad.
Hey, don't worry about that. I normally have a protein bar. That'd do me.
Yeah, no, it's salmon sushi.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday, what the?
After match day. Right. So evening, guys and girls. Thank you ever so much for joining. Like I say, I do apologise for mucking you guys about and taking it off the forum for a couple of weeks. So like I say, apologies for that. But yeah, Mr. Woody saying hi guys, hi everyone. Gary Iron said, I think we won't have the money for next season. I feel Tom will be a great choice and start bringing in the youngest in for next season. Philip Crouch says the issue with Woody, he says, so do we give Tom 2 years to build up, like you guys already said? Mr. Crouch said the issue with Tom will be if we had a bad run next season, then we will sack him, like you boys already said. Mr. Higgins, evening mate, he says, evening boys, ran out of steam yesterday. And he also said, suits you. Brilliant, mate. Well done. Yeah, so big thank you to everyone who's watching. Yeah, my 2 pence towards this, and Woody's got a good point. I'd love him to get 2 years, and I see where Gary's coming from, because I've mentioned this, and I'm not just me, everyone has. Tom, bringing Tom in at the moment, we said it's a long-winded audition for him, and his chance to stake his claim, and he's doing a good job so far. And I do think he's a breath of fresh air, and we're going to get games like we had yesterday where it was going to fall a bit flat because his it will not say inexperience, but it's something that he's got to learn that, and he will say this straight away, that teams like Preston quite rightly have gone there and they've looked at the game and they've come for a draw, and Tom's identified that, and the experience will help in the long run. Next season, bringing the kids in, like Gary said, there's some excellent. I've been on a couple of Twitter spaces as well, and I've stated this, that we've got some very, very good youngsters hanging around and been around the first team already. Eames being one of them. Greavesy with lax lyrical about him, wax lyrical about him for most of the season. He's an excellent player. He's going to come. Adameu, when he comes back in pre-season as well, he's got a good grounding with his loan move. I thought I'm disappointed that he hasn't got a look in, but also in some way he's going to be guaranteed some football to the end of the season. We've got Coyne, we've got a couple of the centre back. We've got Marriott, the goalie. We've got a couple of midfielders as well, including Gaspar. Not the Gaspar, but another one who looks very.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of really good midfielders there as well. So the future's looking bright. We've got the ammunition in the youth team that if they are good enough, they will make the step up. Hopefully, it will in turn will save us a bit of money. And obviously, if they do well, then there's the sell-on value like the Pozzos like to do. But yeah, Tom coming in was brilliant because it bridges that gap, and he's worked with them. He knows what they're, what they're about, how they can play better than what obviously we do. And I think it's brilliant because we haven't got the parachute payments coming through next season, be it a very, very small percentage on the third season. So we need to look at the youth finally and get back to the stage where we are bringing these players in. I know a lot of people will say that they've got to be good enough, which is absolutely fine, but we've got to give them the chance to prove they are good enough. So yeah, I personally would give it to him. Now I said that if we were going to give it to another coach, it would have been better to give him like Buford had, a few games to the end of the season to assess the team, and told Tom that this is a short-term gig. But now, with only about four or 5 games to go, I would seriously give it to Tom now because he's had that little bit at the end of the season to assess what he needs to improve on in pre-season, and 100%. I'll give it to Tom. And like Woody said, give him 2 years. I'd love to see him get 2 years to bring in these youth players and give him a chance. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Niall Kane, evening, mate. He said, big ups, mate. We picked the topics you discussed. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you ever so much. Stuart says, do like the management set up. Jimmy was in chorus with what Tom's trying to do. I mean, how important is it to have someone like Jimmy Gilligan moves in and around? I think, and like I say, better than anyone else here with the women's head coach in tow as well. So I mean, there's a bit more experience for Tom. So how important is to have the coaches that he's got around him at the moment at his disposal?
It's massive, but there's two there. There's Armand and there's Damo. Armand is brilliant. He's been doing all his coaching badges and everything, so he knows what he's doing. Damo he's a fantastic guy, fantastic coach. Someone whose career was ended early by injury, which was sad. But yeah, Jimmy as well. That's what you need. Tom Cleverley's still young. He's younger than us. So having that little bit of experience, like just backing you up. If you think you're not sure, you turn to him and say, well, shall I, shan't I? And it's like, well, looks like you probably could get away with it. So do it. See what happens. It is great though that he's also got Damo and Armand, although I'm probably one of them I'd rather see still in charge of the women. I'm not going to get drawn on that. But yeah, no, I think it's great. It's players. Stuart. He was there. He was there. Trust me, he was there. If he wasn't, there would have to be a good reason. Yes. Yeah, swings and roundabouts, but it is a good shout, and it gives Damo experience as well, and it gives Armand a bit of experience. So yeah, it's a good call promoting from bringing coaches from within their setup. You're not having to bring someone in from the outside because then you automatically you're cutting the cost, and that's a huge bit because you're suddenly saving money. You're not got to go and say to the Pozzos, by the way, I need this guy. He's currently out of work, so you're going to have to offer him something. So yeah, it is a good call. I think he's got the right set of people with him, as much as I don't like saying that.
Absolutely. Yeah, Darren, what do you make of it, mate? I mean, like I say, Moobs knows more about the other two coaches, which are very good coaches, by the way. They all are. But how is important to have someone like Jimmy Gilligan working alongside him?
Yeah, I think anything, you look back over the years, and when you've got an experienced side hand, it's going to stand you in well. And it's ironic when you talk about players getting injured young in their career. Mr. Graham Taylor and Mr. Brian Clough both experienced that and went on to become magnificent managers. Whereas Wayne Rooney stayed injury-free and he was absolutely shit. So just saying it as it is. But yeah, no, I think for me, it's really good. I just feel that this could be a really good time for the club. Ironically, without any pre-planning, it's just happened that Tom's gone with the under-18s. He's had a good experience from that. And because Val's gone, he's now had this opportunity. He's had 4 games under his belt now, so he's getting more and more comfortable with the exposure, I guess, media and all the other stuff that comes with it. But he handles himself extremely professionally, and this could be really good. And now the fact that we're safe as well. Hopefully, as we get further down the season, the remaining, I think it's 5 games to go, we'll see a couple more youngsters, maybe like Greaves and others getting a little bit of exposure time. And then it sets you up perfectly for the summer because your essential squad, who you want to keep and maybe who you don't want to keep. It could work really well. It could work really well, I think. As I say, just it's what the owners think, but I think it could work. It could be an absolute blessing in disguise, this. So, how about you?
Well, Stuart's saying we need 4 transfer windows to get a successful, depending on who runs the club. Yeah, no, probably would need that now, mate, with the work that needs to be done. But like Moob says, you look at the likes of Michael Carrick, good coaches. Cleverly's one of them that has stepped very young in management terms, and look what Carrick's done. Carrick's done a decent job at Borough. Okay, they're not setting the world alight like they did last season, but he's still done pretty well. So he's got a good future ahead of him as long as he stays at Borough. I think for a few more years, it'd be a good grounding for him. And yeah, be same with Tom. We're unbeaten at the moment. Okay, be it we've got Ipswich and Southampton coming up, but I was speaking to Danny yesterday, who's supposed to be on. He's a little cretin. He's probably got caught by the Turkish police, like Dino done. But I was saying to him yesterday, if we turn up at Ipswich on Wednesday and just show the right attitude, that anything's possible. I mean, they've just been beaten in a local derby. Okay, they will be hurting, but I'm not. Let's just go there with a bit of belief, like we have done in the other games, which Tom has coached, and let's see what goes on. There's 2 games which are not, most people won't be expecting us to win because they're both high flying teams, but there's no God-given right that they'll win either. So I'm going there with hope rather than expectation, put it that way.
No, look how we played against Leeds and West Brom, right? And now we are safe. There's no pressure on Watford Wednesday night. Be a tough game, we know that, but they can go there and just play their own game. The pressure's all on Ipswich Wednesday night. So yeah, no, it's a really good point, mate.
Yeah, I mean the game's coming up, and obviously everyone who's watching, give us your prediction for the next couple of games. How many points we will get at Ipswich and Southampton? I mean, a lot of people saying we're lucky to get 1, but I'll be happy if we can get a winning a draw. Would be asking probably too much, but anything's possible in this division if we go there with no fear and give it a go like we have done and show a bit more defensive stability, because that's the only thing that's pissing me off at the moment, and it's nothing to do with Cleverly because we've had that all season. Naivety at the back is costing us these points, because I think we could have got at least 4 points from taken away yesterday. We should have got minimum 4 points out of that Leeds game, and the game just after as well. We should have with West Brom. Really,
West Brom.
Defensive. Yeah, well, I mean, going forward, we seem all right. But yeah, next 2 games, I think 2 to 4 points. If we can keep an unbeaten run going, that'd be brilliant. But what do you reckon, boys? Predictions? I always go 2-1 no matter what. But predictions from you boys. You go moves, predict to moves, or?
Yeah, no. I'll tell you what. I think Ipswich could be full of goals. I I could actually see it being like a 3-2 or something, because we know Ipswich can score, we can score. So that it could really be a very, very open game. Southampton will be a different kettle of fish, although we've run them close both times at home this season. You know, that was a nice comment about YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, I know,
Dan.
Dan, I do apologise, mate. It's only because I called someone a lazy twat on a Facebook group for not going back in the office after COVID. They've banned me for 22 more days, so that's why we're back on YouTube again, mate. So I do apologise for that, but he's got here eventually. Go on, Dan, Super Danny Brown. Yeah, sorry, mate. I'll carry on, mate.
Yeah, no, like I say, we should have beaten Southampton at home both times this season. You know, they have fallen off a bit of late. They're on a sticky patch. So, you know, it could be a good time to be playing them. You know, I don't think Southampton are unbeaten anymore. So yeah, let's go down there, maybe get a draw, and you know, let's just see what happens. So yeah, I'd say probably be like a 1-1 at Southampton, and you know, I'd say probably it's going to be about 3-2 up at Ipswich. But we just need to make sure we've got our shooting boots on. And the crosses are better as well.
Yeah, that probably help a little bit anyway, especially when you got Ryovic. You know he doesn't do much. The only best thing is you got play to him, like basically put a decent ball in.
Well, exactly. Look what happened against West Brom. Put it straight. He pointed where he wanted it. Put it straight across the 6-yard box, and he went, "Thank you very much. I'll put it in the net."
That's what we bought him for, and that's what Colin Beasley says on the forum. He doesn't do anything else, really. I mean, he's shown a lot more running and willingness, but the main thing is he's a goal poacher in the 6-yard box. That's what we bought him for, but we seem to not play to his strengths.
Yeah. And the only time we did, he decided to take a long throw himself. I still haven't worked out what he was doing with that.
Well, I'll tell you what, people. Sorry, Darren, I'll come to you right now, mate. I do apologise, but a lot of people, when we're in the stands, are saying, "Look, that was his free kick. Okay, it went dangerously wide, but they said that was a better effort than so-called free kick experts. Apparently are supposed to be really good at free kicks. There's a better effort than some of those lot."
Exactly.
We've had before. So to be fair on him, at least he stood up and had a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from, yeah.
Well, the thing was, he put pace and power on it, and he got it over the wall. 3 things he did: pace, power, over the wall. Actually 4, and he got it. And
it's a Spanish Inquisition again, is it? 4 weapons. I was nice red uniforms. 5.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but he done the basics of it, like you said, and I was a bit surprised. I've got to be honest. I know. Sorry, Dan. I know we've got to come to you in a minute. It's just strange that Georgie was on the pitch at that time.
Yeah,
and he didn't walk anywhere near that free kick. He left it alone. So I'd love to know who gave the nod to say that Ryovic could take it. Yeah. Because as soon as it was given, he just looked at everyone and said, "I'm taking this." And we're all looking around going, "What the blazing hell's he doing?
What's Rodney doing standing there? Give it to Dave."
Exactly. That's what we're all saying. It's like, I was like holding my breath. I was like, "Please don't drill this straight in the wall, because this is not going to go down well."
No, I thought Dave was going to take it personally.
Yeah.
But he's no Ramage, is he? But there we go.
24 minutes.
There we are, 24 minutes. That's what Woody was saying. Get the bingo cards out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. Go on, mate.
Yeah, no worries at all. I feel pretty optimistic about it. I think, like I said, the pressure's all on Ipswich, so I can see us getting a point there. Probably a score draw. And I think the Southampton, I can see us getting a point there too. Again, we've got the luxury now of knowing we're safe. Those 2 clubs have got a lot of pressure on them. Ipswich, because they kind of slowly lost their ground a little bit over the length of the season. And Southampton's such a big club, they're kind of expecting to be right up there. So I just say, go there, play our stuff as we can, and I think we've got a good chance. And you bang on about Ryovic. I mean, the guy, that's it. The 6-yard area is his little part, right? What's he got now? Is it 10 or 11 this season now?
11 or 12, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely he's in 11. Double figures.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know a lot of people slate it's pretty sad, really, because at the end of the day, he's had a huge step up to play at a championship. So we'll see, you know. But I wish the kid well. I mean, and what I loved about what Tom was saying about him was that he likes to stay after training and practice free kicks and practice like balls in the box and stuff coming into him. He's got a great attitude. I'd much rather have a kid like that in the squad than some pompous who's at the apple cart, right? So I think it's good. And for me, yeah, like Dave, as you call him, I love that. He's a very, very gifted player. I can see that. But interesting. But yeah, no, I'm optimistic. I reckon another couple of draws and continue our unbeaten run. That's just my take on it.
Right, just a big shout out as well. I should have done this at the start of the show. Big shout out to Luther Blissett and Lauren for looking after me, me sister and niece yesterday. Gave them 2 tickets to go and sit with them the whole game, and looked after them. So yeah, massive shout out to Luther, Watford's favourite son, and these Mrs. Lauren. So thank you very much, guys. So I thought I'd shout that out. At least I can do. I've already thanked them, but I thought I'd shout out here as well. I got to Freddie's comment.
What's that?
It's 180. Yeah, no, Woody apparently likes a 69, but yeah, you see old Ross and Danny. Danny posted that picture of him and Ross. I think I just said fit couple on Facebook. They should get married. I'm gutted. They never, you know, I'll be best man, mate. I'll be definitely maid of honour at that wedding.
Yeah, that's the. I think we need to bring back the face in the whole thing. Remember?
Oh, that was brilliant. It was me and you bridesmaids. Was it? Crouch was the ring bearer, wasn't he? Yeah. Was it Gollum?
Yeah.
Put Crouch's face in Gollum. Jesus. Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going 2-1. Obviously on Wednesday. Moves. Darren, what's the score prediction, boys?
1-1.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 3-2. I don't know which way though. 3-2. There'll be goals Wednesday night. There will be goals. Yeah.
Well, basically, whoever scores more than the other wins the game. So that's
Exactly.
what I've got. I'll go Michael Owen, full Michael Owen here. So
yeah. I'll support football.
Yeah. Was it? You know, no one wins. Football wins.
Exactly.
Oh, Halsley's on. Here we go. Is it evening, guys? I didn't see any notification you were on tonight. Yeah, well, you know, you got to press that little bell button. Notifications. Subscribe. You know, that's always Halsley. No, it was a spare the moment. The next couple of weeks will be on here once I get my Facebook ban off, and then I'll be back on. So once I'm a good boy, I'll be back on, mate. Right. Moves, you ready, mate?
Yeah, why not? I'm still waiting for a snarky comment about our shirts.
Yeah, City.
Notifications. We don't need to worry about notifications. Yes, hello everyone. It's that time of the week again. It's going to be a bit short and sweet this week because not a lot's been happening. Well, actually, a little bit's been happening non-league. If you're a Hemel fan, there's been plenty of happenings this week because you think it couldn't have got any worse. Well, things actually started getting better for them because that's right. They played 2 games in 48 hours this week. Can you believe it? That's what even Watford can't do that. 2 in 48 hours, they'd be knackered. For the Hemel boys, they went and did just that. Thursday night, they made the long trip. That's right, long trip down to the southwest. They went to Truro City. The game had to be relocated to Gloucester City Football Club because Truro's pitch is just completely and utterly unplayable right now. And the league have politely told them, you are not extending the season purely because of that. So they are sorting games out left, right and centre. But that didn't stop the Tudor Army from coming away finally with a win, which has pretty much seen them over the line. And it means that they have pretty much guaranteed themselves National League South football for an 11th consecutive season. This was followed up on yesterday by a 1-1 draw at home to Dover. Yes, the dreaded 1-1 draw because Hemel had it in the bag till the 90th minute when they decided to let it slip. They haven't won at home now since January the 23rd. How alarming is that? And I was actually there for that last home win. But yeah, it's been a fun old weekend. A bit of breaking news that came this afternoon from the world of non-league, and that is Wealdstone sacked their manager. Yes, can you believe it? Yes, Halsey, you know, it's easily converted. I've got blue moon everywhere. Yeah, so Wealdstone have parted company with their manager, who ironically left St Albans in January to take up the post. As you may or may not be aware, Wealdstone are fighting to stay in the National League, so it is, you know, it's with regret that they've had to do it. Yes, South Park. Yes, thank you. I think Kenny and Cartman were playing yesterday. So yeah, so unfortunately they parted ways with their manager. There's also just with next season we've got to say, I'm going to say it now because apparently it has happened. A big congratulations going out to Chesham United because they will be back playing in the National League South next season for the first time in about 10, 11 years. Basically, the last time Hemel played them was a playoff. Was a playoff match, and they took 2,500. This is a good one. They took 2,500 fans down there to Chesham, and it ended up being the inflatable and Kevin Phillips, the manager of Hartlepool, the short greedy bastard. Fantastic. That's good to see. But yeah, we took so many inflatables and toilet roll that we're that we got a bit of a telling off for it. So rivalries will be renewed next season, as well as possibly playing St Albans again. So it's going to be a bit of a humdinger of a season. But yeah, like I say, we say a big congratulations to a local non-league club for achieving promotion. It is always good to see. It could be a few more derby games next season because if Wealdstone don't survive, they'll be joining the National League South, and Bourne Wood as well are teetering on the brink of relegation as well, so they could be coming back to National League South. Hertfordshire derbies all over the place next season at this rate in National League South. I don't think the police are going to like that too much, but hey ho. Not too sure about any of the other non-league stuff. I think St Albans got a win yesterday. I haven't had a chance to have a proper look again because I've been out all day. The good old South Park drawing 2-2. They're doing fantastic this season, I believe. Big shout out to them. Like I say, Kenny, Cartman, and the rest of the crew were all available yesterday, none on suspension. I think Kenny might have got killed at some point during the game, but talking about the best. What the hell?
It's Darren McLean.
Nice one, Dan. Nice one, like that. Just a quick bit of women's news. The girls have not been in action today. They've had the weekend off again due to it being an international break. I'm really getting sick and tired of these international breaks because there's been too many. I feel there's been too many of them this season. So yeah, they've had the weekend off. I did actually go and watch the Watford development team today, and a couple of our girls from the first team were getting some minutes under the belt, so it was lovely to see. Got a quick chat with some of them, with one of them at the end. But next weekend, you've probably seen it advertised, but I'm gonna tell you what's happening next weekend. Sunday afternoon, I need as many of you to turn up at Vicarage Road as possible because the girls are playing. This is a rearranged game. This was a rearranged game. It's against Charlton Athletic. I'm just basically going to spell it out. The scenario is, if they don't win, it's basically over. This is how bad it is. We need as many people down there next week as possible. The club are doing the offer again. It's kids go free, but to get that offer, you need. St Albans lost. Brilliant. Yes, that's made my day. Thank you, Philip. You are a star for finding that one. Yeah, so basically, to get that offer of the kids go free, you need a paying adult to go. So if you've got 2 adults, 2 children, you're going to pay for 2 adult tickets. Remember, season ticket holders, you get a discount on the tickets when you go to buy. Now, 1 or 2 people did say before that they couldn't get the discount up. Well, it's quite simple. To get that discount, you need to log in with your fan ID to the ticket section. And then once you put it through, the discount automatically kicks in. So that's the way to do it. But yeah, please, guys, it is. I'm literally going to say it how it is. I don't know if someone from the women's side might see this and think, "What am I saying?" But it is do or die. There's 3 games to go. Technically, they've got to win all 3. And yeah, please, it's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Come down, cheer the girls on. We are at Vicarage Road. You know, I've had lots of people say in the past, you know, getting to Wealdstone's a bit difficult. You know, we'd love it if it's at the Vic. Well, we've got our wish. We're at the Vic. So please, if you're not doing anything next,
bastard.
I could not. Oh my days! Can't believe he's just done that. You sod, Halsey, you sod. So please, next Sunday, come on down. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Like I say, the girls need all the support. We've got to raw them on 90 minutes, full all out. We've got to get them over the line, because if they can do the unthinkable and win all 3 games and stay up, it transforms the site. It will transform everything due to the investment that's coming in for next season. So it is absolutely imperative, you know, to stay in this division this season. It is just the be all and end all, especially for next season. So, like I say, 2 o'clock next Sunday. Buy one get one free on the tickets, probably as well as the club shop right now, because I think they're doing more sales than anyone. But yeah, please come on down, come and cheer the girls on, please, because we don't want to see another relegation.
Exactly, mate. I agree. Right, well, let's get John McClane on to see what he was drinking as well. Sorry, the public have named you, mate. So, or Hans Gruber.
I literally, like I said before we came on, I just literally got back from the gym. So, I mean, we Adidas top. So
he's been in that vent.
Yeah, you wanted to break free.
Oh Jesus, yippee-ki-yay! Right, okay. Let's get on with it.
Oh, folks, the beer that I'm drinking, it's the same beer I've had a few weeks now. It's this one, again, a local brewery in Calgary, the Buffalo 9 Company, and it's that Peril in the Atlantic. It's a really good lager. I love this. The wine I've got is from Argentina, but sounds like a centre forward from Ivory Coast or something with a name like that. But it's a really, really nice Malbec. Delicious. So, Halsey, I'm glad you managed to join us in. So, here's a glass, and celebrating four games unbeaten for the Orms. Yeah.
Brilliant. You thought that Dan would have got a Man City vest.
But the irony is, had I not have gone to the gym, I was going to wear the same shirt, so we would have been like the Three Amigos or something. So
You're getting slaughtered at the moment.
That's not going to fit in the village, people.
Young man.
We just need the young man. That's it's perfect. Hey.
Yeah, young man.
Yeah, no, really, Dino, the young man.
Dino. Yeah, he's not been captured by Turkish immigrants again. We were supposed to have Wasteman Danny on, but he hasn't turned up. So, typical TikToker.
Yeah, damn that stupid TikTok.
Yeah, he claimed he made an OnlyFans. He probably bloody has at all.
I heard he has, actually.
Yeah, Moobs is subscribed to it.
Indeed.
So have I, mate. Brilliant. You're glad this started quite late on, because you would have had half an hour of this. It would have died references and everything, wouldn't it?
Brilliant.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the jobber. What's that?
What's the name of the in that film? is it the Carter Building or something like that? I can't
Oh, Nakatomi Plaza.
Nakatomi Plaza. There you go. There you go. Brilliant.
Yes, it is a Christmas film as well. I can fuck off. He's not.
Yes. That's where Dino's gone to get his kebabs this week.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's just turned up there. And hang on a moment, who's blown it up? Fucker's blown the side off. Brilliant. Right. Okay. So we'll be back on next week, same time 8 p.m. It'll be on YouTube again, boys and girls. So just if you haven't already, just click the notification bell, and you'll get notified when we come on as well. But we will turn, ding. It'll be ding. Yeah, it'll be like a bomb going off in the Nakatomi Plaza. Only Darren would know that. Well, that's like. So. Yeah. He dies under a vengeance. Yeah. Say hello to Samuel Jackson for me, mate. He was getting free anyway. Right. Oh, hang on. One more comment. Let's see. We've got back in jail again. We don't know, mate. We'll let you know next week. He probably is back next week. Yeah.
I'm just looking for the Monopoly board to see if he did go past go or not.
Exactly. Oh, but has he been pulling on the ropes down the gym? He's been pulling on something, mate. He's been tucking something. I don't know if it's ropes, mate, but you just have to DM him and he'll tell you. Right, guys and girls, we're off. But thank you ever so much. Like I say, just get on the forum, get your opinion through, and we'll see you as always. As always, you've been beautiful. We've been two mates. Good night from the fellow City fan.
It's good night from John McClane.
Good night from the Le Beach.
Good night.